Hey guys, it's Rachel, and yeah, I'm just gonna make a video. This is gonna be like a log, kind of. I'm gonna try and keep this up as much as possible about my healing process. For you guys who don't know, I broke my foot 6 weeks ago. I was taking dance, I was taking ballet, and I fell. I like rolled, my foot rolled forward, and I heard a crack, and I just couldn't walk on it after that. I thought it was just a sprain, and my dad ended up taking me to the hospital a few days after it happened, because it wasn't getting any better. It was really, really swollen, really black and blue, and I could not put any pressure on it at all. So I went to the hospital, they took x-rays, and the doctor came up to me and told me that I broke my foot. To be exact, it was the 5th metatarsal, pinky, toe, bone, whatever. It's technically called a Jones fracture, and all that means is that it's closer to my ankle than it is to like my toes, if that makes sense. Like I said, it's in my pinky toe bone section, and yeah. So then the hospital doctor told me that I needed to go see an orthopedic doctor to either get a cast or a walking boot or whatever he feels is necessary. So the next day we went over to the orthopedic doctor, and he did not want me having a walking boot. He could have given whatever. I could have had one, but he said, you're 20 years old. Most, young people I give the boot to, they'll take it off in the middle of the night. They'll, run around, do like a marathon with it, and like go out with their friends and, go on with their little social life and stuff. And I was sitting there and I'm like, I'll be a good girl, please give me the boot. Oh, that sounds funny. But, yeah, so he was like, no, I have to give you a cast. And I'm like, oh my god. So I got a cast. Only good thing about the cast was it was pink. No, but I got a cast. And we made like kind of like a deal with each other though. He said, come back in 2.5 weeks. I'll see how you're doing, and if you didn't damage it or anything, if you've been a good girl, then I'll give you the boot. So I was like, yes, okay. I'm like, I could deal with this. Like, okay, 2.5 weeks is better than like 6 weeks. So after I got the cast on and everything, I mean, there's pros and cons to the casts. I'd say pros, it's a lot easier to sleep in than the boot that I have. It's a lot more like spacious, kind of. Like it's just more comfortable in general. The cons, like it's obviously you can't put any pressure on it at all. You can't walk with it, and it's a pain in the butt to shower with it because you can't, you obviously can't take it off. It's stuck on your foot. So you either have to wrap something around it or take a bath with your foot hanging out or something. Like that was really probably the hardest thing for me. But yeah, so I went back 2.5 weeks later, and the doctor took another x-ray. He said nothing changed. It was still broken, and the way that I broke it, it wasn't like a complete break. It was like a crack, for those of you guys who want to know. So it was like a clean kind of, a clean break. That's what they call it. It wasn't dislocated or anything. So no surgeries needed. So yeah, took another x-ray. He said nothing's changed, but he wasn't expecting anything to change. He said the good thing is it didn't get worse. So yeah, at that point I was like, oh, this is going to take forever to heal. So he took off the cast. He gave me the boot. The boot is really uncomfortable to sleep in. The first few nights I couldn't sleep at all. I started taking like Tylenol PM some nights to just knock me out because it is so uncomfortable to sleep in. I mean, you can loosen it and tighten it and stuff. I'll post a picture of it. You can loosen it and tighten it, but it's still, it's a lot tighter than a cast would be. And it's softer too, kind of, so you can't really loosen it that much until, like later on, when you're a little more healed, because at first, you want it to be tight, you want to feel that support. So it's definitely uncomfortable in that way. I mean, the good thing is I could walk on it, I could put, full weight on it, and I was able to like shower a little easier and stuff. I was finally able to shave my leg. Oh my god, that drove me nuts when I had the cast on. So, yeah, that was like the first thing I did when I came home. But, yeah, so I've had this boot on now. This is week 6 going into week 7. Next Monday will be the 7th week of, not since I had the boot, but since I broke my foot in the first place. The last time I went to the doctor was Friday. He took another x-ray. He said it's still cracked, but he said he wanted me to start going to physical therapy. Because I guess it's at that point now where it's not going to break again, you know, unless I fall again or whatever, you know. So it's not going to break again. The way that he kind of like made it sound, and I also did a lot of research online and everything, is that it heals from like the inside out. Because he said it was like healed, but it's still cracked, which makes sense, kind of, sort of. Not really. I didn't understand it at first, and then I looked it up online, and then, you know, it started explaining how it heals from the inside out. So, yeah, I guess that's what he means, you know, like, the major part of the healing is, you know, completed, and now just waiting for, like, the bone to harden on the outside and everything. So he prescribed me physical therapy. I went there on Monday, and what they had me do was they had me take off the boot. They had me walk with a sneaker. They had me do some exercises with the boot. They had me massage my ankle and my foot because what the boot is problematic with, or I don't know. The boot caused me a lot of problems also with my ankle because, you know, walking on it with it just straight up like that, that's not good. Obviously, you know, we're not supposed to do that. So putting so much pressure on it and everything really like strained it and made it really stiff and really sore. So he said it's actually, I'm going to have to work on my ankle a little more than I work on my foot at this point. I mean, also, you know, like I need to get the blood flowing and everything back to my foot. That'll also help it heal faster. My doctor said probably within 3 weeks I'll be out of the boot and, you know, in a sneaker driving and all that stuff again. So hopefully that will happen. But yeah, so some of the physical therapy was, it's like a little gym, kind of, but like a handicapped kind of gym. Like, all the equipment is like suitable for, you know, people who are handicapped at the time. It's all like gym equipment though. I could actually go to my gym and like use some of the equipment there, and it's the exact same. But yeah, so they had me do some stuff with the boot on, then they had me take off the boot, put on a sneaker, and walk with it a little bit. Like I said, it can't break anymore unless I fall or something, so it was really sore. I'm still really sore. I wasn't hurting like this like a few days ago before physical therapy. Then after physical therapy, it really hurt. You know, that's normal though, everyone says. So I'm really hoping it is normal and I'm not like hurting myself more. But that's why I'm keeping this log, so I can update you guys with, you know, all this stuff. This way you guys, if something goes wrong or whatever, you guys don't make the same mistakes that I made and all that stuff. So, yeah, I have physical therapy again tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can make another log after that and tell you how that went. The doctor did tell me to do like one exercise at home. He didn't want me to do too many because, you know, he wanted me to wait and just see how I feel and everything. And just keep icing it and all that stuff. So I'm actually going to do that after this video. So yeah, that was my video. If you guys have any questions or concerns or anything, you can message me, leave a comment below. Do whatever you guys like. If you guys like this video, you can let me know. You can press the little button that says like with a thumbs up if you guys want to like it. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Mwah.